Welcome. We are going to deep dive and dissect your psychological and see what vibrational frequencies that you're working with today. This is for all signs. This is all signs. The first card I'm going to pull is from the Starseed Oracle. I just want to see who I'm talking to. Who am I talking to? What is your purpose currently? And we're going to see. So you're the messenger. So Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. So we can say that you are this balancer. This is, I would say, definitely Libra energy. So if you have your birth chart available, which you all should have your birth chart available, we know that right now you are a messenger. So the best thing for you to do, the best course of action, is to be an observer and say yes all day to everything. Okay. This is the Kabbalah. I just want to see where in the brain you're working with. What part of the brain are you working with? This is Hod to Nazak. So here is the part of the brain. You're creating neuroconnections right here. This is the Tower. So the key task is courage, endurance, and faith. This is also Mars energy. The weakness here, we always want to identify the polarity, and we want to polarize that polarity into positive. So right now, your weakness is fear, mental resistance, and doubt. You are this messenger. I know that sometimes on a conscious level in this mundane existence, we tend to not be in those states where we're working from a really profound, heart-driven moment. But it is important to always remember who you are in those moments. You know, always saying to yourself, I'm a messenger, even if it doesn't feel like it, right? Our feelings are still operating from a past position. And so it is really important that we constantly remind ourselves of who we are. Who am I? I am a messenger. That's why pulling cards every day, getting readings done every day, keep you centered and focused on your purpose and your position. The strength is self-awareness, truth, and change. So again, this is the Tower. That probably means that you're learning lessons, intense lessons right now. And so I'm going to use the numerology deck. We're just going to see what lessons are you operating from right now. Okay, we want lessons. The first lesson is spirituality, creativity, healing, and physical activity. Okay, so you are operating in the lessons of spirituality, trust, intuition, inner guidance, inner knowing, which is exposing and expressing through your creativity, whether you do art, you are a good communicator, whatever you enjoy doing. This creativity is here to facilitate your growth and expansion of your brain. That's what the Tower does. Any impact that happens in our life awakens us and redirects us into the direction we need to go. It's like being in, those cars, those crashing cars at the fair. You get in those crashing cars and you get hit and it redirects your path, and you get hit and it redirects your path, and you get hit. So those impactful Tower experiences are supposed to drive us and direct us into the position, into perfect alignment. Opposition is opportunity for growth. And so this creativity is bringing you healing, causing you to connect to that twin flame within yourself and heal aspects and parts and pieces of yourself that require your attention. And that is going to also, physical activity is going to stimulate all of this. Action speaks louder than words. Less talk and more action is important at the moment. Okay, we're going to see what your emotional state looks like. What emotions are you currently working with? Ghost. Ooh, I love this. Ideation. Okay, and disruption. So there it is again. So we can safely say that whoever I'm speaking to, the messenger, we like to think about this being effortless, but the messenger is an authority. The messenger is somebody that delivers the message and is very transparent in their delivery. But you are a spirit guide, and your ideation is co-creation. You are the co-delivered creator in your reality, which takes us back to the creative forces, the creative lessons that you're currently experiencing, bringing your spirituality to the forefront. And this may cause a disruption because people aren't used to authority, blatant, direct truth. They're not used to that, and that can also make you feel uncomfortable. But I also immediately thought about the ghost. I thought maybe you have a spirit guide near you or somebody near you that is trying to get your attention. And so we're going to draw a communicator card here. Let's see what the communicator card says. Impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. I know that in my experience, when I started to speak my truth, I was receiving honor in ways that I'd never seen before, and seeing transformations that I'd never seen before, because my delivery was coming from a point of purpose and humanity driven. So my delivery was vibration. The vibrational frequency of my delivery was unconditional love, and one word, one phrase, one behavior, one interaction can absolutely transform somebody's life, radically transform somebody's life. One behavior can cause suffering. So if you don't nip that in the bud, what are you doing? You're feeding the suffering. And when you're not speaking your truth, you're feeding the suffering. Okay? So it's important for us to deep dive into that truth and expose it however we can. And it will eventually work all the kinks out, and your delivery will slowly but surely come into balance. And then people are honored to receive it, and you inspire and encourage others to step into their truth and speak their expression into the world, right? But we want to be in a position of being asked. We can't just deliver the messages without intention. So if an individual isn't asking me a specific question or asking me for guidance, they're not going to receive my message. It's going to be forced. So I'm open and ready to receive those who are ready to receive me. And when they ask for guidance, the truth will be revealed in that moment. Otherwise, I'm just in position, silently awaiting the receiver. And that's, basically the high priestess energy, by the way. Okay, I just wanted to see what your vibrational frequency is. Throat chakra, which is exactly what we've been talking about, communication and expressing yourself authentically. So the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Okay, and then I want to look a little bit around you and see what vibrational frequencies are coming in to facilitate the expression of your throat chakra. We've got magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. So the universe is providing you experiences right now for you to elevate and ascend in new directions, opening up new neural pathways in your brain. Okay, and allowance. So allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner. Wow, okay, one more on that. Change. That seems to be the last card I keep pulling. Disruption, change, the Tower. So yeah, this is big. Like maybe you want to be a public speaker, or you want to create a YouTube channel, or you want to start doing readings yourself, and you're sort of on the edge about that. You know, I always say be transparent. When I started doing readings, I said, you know, I've been doing this long, and this is where I'm at on my journey, and I'm here to provide a reading for you. And that point at which they could choose to stay or to go. But I always made it very clear on where I was. I myself have been doing this for 17 years. Definitely feel like I've purified the aspects of my soul and am ready to consistently step into my position. But always be open to exploring your truth through self-expression, vocalization, because you can't heal it unless you can see it, unless you can hear it. So even going back and reviewing your readings is going to give you deeper insight on your psychological and expose your limitations so that you can move past them. Okay, this is a time card. I always like to pull a time card. You may be waiting on something, or you might have planted a seed and you kind of want to know when that's going to come into fruition. And so we're going to pull a card on that. Okay, so I got July and in a lifetime. July and in a lifetime. July is Leo energy. So whatever you're asking for, it looks like you are going to be stepping into position in July, and you are going to be stepping in a position of leadership in this month. So make a note of that, write that down. That way you can see. And it says in this lifetime. So I feel like this is a pretty big idea for you. Okay, and then we're going to look at your partnership, your love life. We're going to see what your person, whoever you're thinking about, what they're thinking about you. Seduction, attraction, having a date. Nice. It does say seduction, so this could be a fantasy that you would like to explore through this individual at this current moment. That can change in a moment. But at the moment, this is your connection to this individual is seduction. So I would say this is a fantasy of some sort that you're going to be fulfilling through this individual. Okay, and where are you on the twin flame journey? Your integration, multi-dimensional healing. So that is where you currently stand. You're alchemizing. So integration of the masculine, feminine, the in and the out, the polar opposites, the yin and the yang. So right now you are creating a cohesive connection between your conscious and your subconscious mind. And then a spirit message. Anything you lose comes around in another form. Opportunity, choices, and transformation. That's important. Anything that's meant to be for you is always going to be there for you. I just like to say, get your T's crossed, get your I's dotted. That way, when it comes around, you're ready. When it comes around, you're ready. Because it's going to continue to cycle until you're ready. Continue to cycle till you're ready. And then when you're in position, boom, you're going to realize that it's always been there. You've always been there. Always been in the position to receive that. Just you consciously weren't ready for it. And so now you're getting ready consciously for that position. Okay? And planetary influence is expansion, Sagittarius. Wow. This is a pretty powerful reading. Super powerful reading. Like, you got lots of changes, lots of deep diving here. I'm going to pull a card from the Rider-Waite deck. Balance is coming in. This is you. This is justice. Look at that. Libra. And that was the card I pulled here. Look at that. Libra. So you are balancing, integrating the yin, the yang, the up, the down, the left, the right. July is a very predominant month for you, so I'd mark my calendar on that. That's what we call manifestation and preparation. But this looks really good. Let's pull an archetype card. This is one of my favorite decks. Wow. So the Destroyer, when the Destroyer comes in, simultaneously the Creator comes in with the Destroyer, because the Destroyer is the ego. Ego is the self-proclamation, the self-value. Ego comes in to show you how important and how valuable you are, and how valuable your purpose and how valuable your message is. And it starts to clear out anything that doesn't serve it, anything. But within that co-destruction, you're also co-creating a new future for yourself, stepping into alignment with your highest potential. But the Destroyer does have to come in, so anything that's dropping off, let it go. Practice detachment. Anything that is leaving your experience, just let it go. We aren't chasing, we aren't forcing, we aren't trying to get. Remember, we're moving into Pisces season, and Pisces season is about adaptability, the ultimate detachment. So I would power up with this energy, learn these lessons, and you're going to be amazing. I'm super honored and eager to be here and do these readings. Thank you so much for joining me, and I would love your comments and your ideas. That's what I'm here. I'm here to serve humanity in any way that I can. Thank you so much. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again.